Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the BrokenOS for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. Now, first of all, a huge shout out to the guys at Tech Design YouTube channel. Now, if you have been following my ROM reviews for some time now, I used to have a Nexus 5, and in that there was a ROM called OS, and the developer of which is now running a YouTube channel, and he is a design mastermind. So go check him out. If you've been to my channel page recently, you know that there is a new channel banner that was provided by him. So huge shout out again. Regarding the ROM, first of all, what you would see is, well, what is BrokenOS? Now, as you would see, BrokenOS is another AOSP based ROM for the OnePlus 3, which is amazing. Now, I really like how this has turned out for me. Let's just get started now. We'll talk about it along the way. Now, in the About Phone page, you can see this is BrokenOS. It does have most of the features which you would expect from any other ROM. So that is really cool. Now, this is an experimental version. It doesn't really have an official one for the OnePlus 3, but this was available from their Google Plus page, and I was requested for a review by someone else who was on my YouTube channel. This is a version 4.9.1, so that is really cool. The kernel is called as Hydra OP3, which is a really awesome name for a kernel. SE Linux status is enforcing, but still it's pretty nice to see. This is a feature-rich ROM. I have to give them that. This has a lot of features. Now let's get into the settings. Now, first of all, broken pieces. Now in the broken pieces, you do have a lot of settings here. Animation tweaks, you do have option to customize every one of these scrolling modifiers to scrolling cache. Toast animation, all of that can be customized from here, so that is a lot of settings. Apple app circle bar is available where you can swipe and get a app circle bar, so that's really nice. Broken walls. Now it does have a few wallpapers, which is pretty nice, and it's awesome, I guess. It gives you a lot of options there. Now gestures. In the gesture option, you do have status bar, double tap to turn off the display, navigation bar, double tap to turn off the display if you are using navigation bar, so that is really nice. Double tap on the lock screen to turn on the display, so that is also really amazing. Double tap on the lock screen when the screen is on to turn off the display is also available. So, expanded notification option. So there is the expand notification option inbuilt, so that is really amazing when you are trying to figure out VR settings. So yeah, iNetED options are available where you can customize most of the things here. This is something which I miss in the newer versions of ROM. Like in the KitKat days, this was a feature in most of the ROMs. I'm not entirely sure why that is not here. Now in the lock screen option, you do have option to enable lock screen blur, and you can also change the lock screen blur intensity, which is missing on the other ROMs. Set lock screen wallpaper, clear wallpaper, alpha settings can be customized. Lock screen shortcuts are available where you can customize the lower shortcuts, or you can customize the middle shortcuts, which is basically a slim version of that. Lock screen torch is really available, so that's really nice. Quick unlock is amazing. I really appreciate that. Lock screen clock, lock screen alarm, and all that can be customized. Charging current can be customized. Lock screen weather, media art, and all that is available in here, so that's really nice. In the navigation option, you can find all the options here. Now in the hardware button, you can customize all of these. Now this is a really good implementation. Like you do have options to customize back key, home button, with all three options like normal, long press, and double tap. So that is amazing. I really appreciate that. Home key and app switch key, so that is amazing, and that is really available. Navigation bar can be enabled or disabled from here, so I personally don't keep that available, so you can disable that. Broken PI controls, it even has PI settings, so if you are someone who uses PI, it is still available, so that is really nice to see. Now you can enable the two recent menus available here. Now right now I have broken recent, which is basically the slim recent options, which is available with slim ROMs, but you can disable that and get the normal recent menu, so you do have that available also. Pretty nice to see that. Memory bar in the recent menu, if you disable these broken recent menu, you can actually have a lot more options than the stock recent menu, where you can enable the memory bar, show running app, search bar in the application Fullscreen. Clear all button can be enabled also, so that is. Now power menu, you do have option to customize whatever is appearing in your power menu, and power menu is from the bottom, so that gives you a bit of more of a aesthetic sense in my opinion, so that is also available. Volume rocker settings, so you do have options to control the music with the volume and also cursor control with the volume rocker, so that is amazing. I really appreciate that. Here is an option where you can customize the way the media scanner works. So what it does on boot: scan media, ask to scan, or do not scan media. So you can actually customize that. Also, there is an option to customize the enforcing of Linux, SE Linux mode, so you can keep it in permissive mode without a third-party application, so that is really amazing if you want a bit of extra performance and if you have some applications which you need it as permissive. Now this is the screen of gesture, which is basically the OnePlus One gestures, where you have circle for camera and all that, so it is working. It's pretty nice to see. Performance option. Now in the performance option, this is basically the kernel auditor, which is customized by these guys with something written there. I couldn't really read that, but this is kernel auditor and it works. Now it does have wiper for Android, but the thing is, you do need to install the drivers for it, but it's just a matter of clicking yes and rebooting. So it is there, and it is one of the best equalizers available for Android in my opinion, so that's really nice. It also has something called the Broken Center, where you have option to go directly to their website, and there is a system app remover here, so you can actually customize that and remove certain system application which you do not need, like Amaze. It's a file manager. If you have another file manager which you use, you can actually remove that and get a bit more space out of it. So yeah, in the display option, you do have a few options here, like brightness level, theme. Now it does have a light, dark, and automatic. Well, light theme gives you a light theme, and dark theme will give you a dark theme, so that is really available. I'll keep it at dark because reasons. Now display press power button twice for camera is available. LCD density. Now LCD density is at 400 by when you boot for the first time, so you can actually change that, but there is no option for 480, which is kind of strange. That is a stock value for the OnePlus 3, but again, you can actually go into i90 settings and just change it manually. Double tap to wake is available from here. Dashboard columns, you do have options to customize the dashboard with 2 or 3 dashes or 2 or 3 columns, so you can actually have that. Wake up on charge settings, ambient display can be enabled from here, and it does have notification trigger, schedule, all of these available options. Now it does have OnePlus DOS, which has a pick up, pocket mode, and hand wave option, which I personally use a lot of times, and that does work out. It does have the alert slider, and the alert slider does work, and you can customize stuff from. It does have Super SU script, and this is not the super user script from CyanogenMod or other AOSP based ROMs, so just so you guys know, it is available and it does work out. Yeah, that is it in the settings menu, and for using this, I've been using this for 2 or 3 days now, and it has been really amazing. It feels a lot faster than how it actually is. That's probably because in the developer option, the animation scale is scaled out to 0.5, and that really does give you a much faster response. But I would have liked to have this in a scalable scale where I can customize everything. I personally keep it at 0.7 because that is something which I personally prefer over 0.5 or 1 for that matter. So it would have been better, but still, this is nothing special, nothing less of awesome. In the status bar option, you do have the battery bar option where you can customize the battery. You can enable any of these, even dot circle. That's something which I don't see much. Show percentage inside the icon, outside the icon, all of that is available. Battery bar options are available where you can enable battery bar. Clock and date option where you have all of these settings, pretty nice to see. Now brightness control options is available where you can swipe across the status bar and get the brightness up or down however you want it to be, so pretty nice to see that. Broken logo can be enabled on the status bar, so that's also a pretty amazing feature. Greetings. Now greeting, you can customize a well, even if you show the greetings always, it will show a greeting whenever the phone wakes up, like this one, so you can actually have that and actually customize a lot in there. Quick pull down is something which you can customize. You can enable or disable that. Quick settings, you can customize how many tiles are there from the older style of CyanogenMod tile manager, so that is something which I really appreciate. I really used to like this a lot, and you do have other options like enlarging the 2 tiles, tile animation style, advanced Bluetooth detail, 4 tiles per row. Why is this not in other ROMs? I want this. Disable quick settings in keyguard or secure lock, so you can actually have that. Disable the brightness slider if you have the slide across the status bar enabled. You can even have that. Header and shade tweaks. This is basically the panel point stuff from AICP ROM, so you do have that where you can disable or well, just outright disable it. It's a very customizable setup, so that's pretty nice to see. So the Antutu benchmark score which I received is a 149,000 score, which is okay. It's amazing. The highest which I received was about 151,000, which is still amazing, and the lowest I received is about 146,000, which is okay. I kind of understand that, but hey, this is still an amazing ROM with a lot of features turned on and still giving you scores like this, and that's not something which you see a lot of times, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So here is the boot animation for the BrokenOS, and it is amazing. I really like how smooth and minimal and really detailed this is. So yeah, jailbroken. I guess that much is it about this ROM now. I personally really like this ROM because it's a minimal ROM with a lot of features, but the performance has not been compromised in any way with that. I would like to say that the battery life is still above normal, is above a normal cyanogen mod based or AOSP based ROM, so that is also something which you need to keep in mind. And I'm not entirely sure how they are doing this, but still this is a very useful ROM for daily driving and all that stuff, so pretty nice to see. Let me just show you guys the camera quality. There are issues with the camera a lot of times, like you just saw that the camera was not working, but restarting the camera does work out perfectly. The camera is still what you would expect out of any other custom based ROM, where there are noises here and there, but still not in the level which you would have expected out of other cyanogen mod based ROM, and I can really say that it is improving a lot. Now something else which I wanted to tell you guys is that this icon right here, this is Nova Launcher by the way, so it is using Nova Launcher. This icon right here, this has no reason here, so it is just a dummy icon. I'm not entirely sure why this is here. It is not an application, or it is nothing special or nothing which needs to be there, so yeah, just so you guys know. I guess that much is it about the ROM. In conclusion, a really useful ROM, a very performance heavy, feature heavy, and a very good daily driver, so that is really amazing. I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.